Good morning and welcome to Be Whole Monday Morning Reflections. My name is Ivory Jamerson. I'm a clinical chaplain, a social work professional, a spiritual leader in local and international areas of ministry, and I am the founder of Be Whole. This space was created for one purpose: to help you live whole, which is spiritually aligned, emotionally healthy, and mentally disciplined. Before we begin, I want to invite you into this community. If these reflections are meaningful to you, make sure you like or follow this page so you don't miss a message. Drop a comment below and let me know what topics you would like for me to explore in future reflections. This space grows with conversation. And share this message with someone who may need intentional motivation and grounding at the start of their week. We are building a community of people who refuse to live fragmented lives. Every week, we will pause together, not to escape life, but to enter it intentionally. Not to rush into the week, but to ground ourselves before we run. These reflections integrate faith, emotional intelligence, spiritual health, practical leadership. Why? Because wholeness is cultivated. Whether you're a leader, a caregiver, an entrepreneur, a parent, a high achiever, or simply someone trying to live on purpose, this moment is for you. So take a breath, slow down, and invite God into your week. Today, we are discussing something that determines the quality of every environment you enter. This is called emotional maturity. Proverbs 16:32 says, "Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city." Notice the hierarchy. Self-mastery is greater than conquest. Leadership is not influence first, it is regulation first. If your emotions fluctuate wildly, your leadership becomes unpredictable. As a ministry leader and a social chaplain, I witnessed this repeatedly. Unregulated leaders create unstable climates. Emotionally reactive parents create anxious homes. Spiritually immature authority creates relational fear. Self-control is not suppression. It is strength under governance. Neuroscience shows that when we are triggered, the amygdala activates, narrowing perspective. But when we pause, breathe deeply, and regulate, the prefrontal cortex re-engages. Pause restores wisdom. Galatians 5:22-23 reminds us, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." Notice self-control is a fruit. This means it grows, that it is cultivated. You cannot pray for maturity without practicing pause. So ask yourself this week, as you look over this past week, where did I overact recently? What insecurity was touched? What boundaries were crossed? What expectations were unmet? Growth requires awareness without shame. If you feel triggered, pause. Breathe slowly for 10 seconds. Delay a response. Process privately before projecting publicly. Emotionally mature leaders stabilize environments. Now, let's take a moment to pause. Think of one recent reaction. What would a regulated response have looked like? Self-control is spiritual strength. So as we come into the close of this week, lead yourself before you lead others. Regulate, reflect, respond. Why? Because wholeness is leadership from the inside out. Emotional maturity is not proven in moments or comfort. It is revealed in moments of pressure. Anyone can respond when life is easy, but regulated leaders remain steady when emotions arise, when expectations are unmet, and when tension enters the room. Remember this: the atmosphere of every environment you enter is influenced by the state of your inner life. When your spirit is grounded, you think clearer. When you think clear, your responses become intentional. And when your responses are intentional, the people around you experience stability. So this week, lead yourself first. Pause before reacting. Reflect before responding. Choose wisdom over impulse. Because true strength is not found in overpowering others. It is found in mastering yourself. And when your spirit, your mind, and your actions come into alignment with God's design for you, you begin to move through life with a different kind of authority. Not louder, not harsher, but steadier. And this is the kind of leadership that builds peace, cultivates trust, and reflects wholeness. So as you move forward this week, you are not alone. You are not behind. And growth is happening even in the pause. Lead well, live intentionally, and above all, live whole. God loves you, and so do I. I'll see you next week for another Be Whole Reflection.